Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikine here, coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Monster Hunter World. More specifically, we're going to be talking about your pre-hunt checklist. And what exactly is a pre-hunt checklist? Well, this video was a video request by an Iron Breaker with the name of Isaac Revive. He actually requested I do a video on the things that you guys should check before you head out on your next hunt. So basically, we just did a hunt and we just returned to Astera. So this is exactly where you should be, either when you log into the game or just after you completing a hunt. It's you, your Palico, your Boogie, and you're just sitting right in the middle. Well, not really in the middle, but like at the entrance of Astera. So what are all the things that you should do if you want to like min-max everything and do it as fast as possible? Well, this is what I tend to do if I really am looking to min-max a bunch of stuff. So let's go over it. First things first, Boogie's over here, so you might as well go ahead and pet him. Now, petting him is said to bring good fortune to hunters, increasing in rewards and things like that. Although it might be a myth, it might be true, but why not just do it anyway, you know? So, following that, usually I head right on to the resource center just in case I completed any bounties. Sometimes I don't pay attention, it looks like I did. Sometimes I don't pay attention to the stuff that shows up on the left-hand side, so I just tend to run into the resource center to double check. If you've completed a bounty, naturally pick up another one so that you're always completing bounties. Sometimes I come in here and I check on the investigations to make sure they don't stack up too much. Because those things do stack up. So if you check on them in between quests, you only have to look at 3 or 4 investigations and you can usually see which ones kind of suck and immediately delete those out of your list. Now from there, instantly head over to Ecological Research. Now the reason why you should come to the Ecological Research is because you report your findings to this dude and it updates your monster field guide. If you guys are like, what the hell is your monster field guide? Well, your monster field guide is the stuff that gives you the information about the monster weak points. So you need to actually come in here, like we registered some new stuff for Dorogama, which now shows me his rewards, which is new. I didn't have that information before. I just registered this at the Ecological Center. This stuff does not get registered automatically when you complete the hunts. You have to actually come here and report your findings. This is particularly good if you do a hunt with multiple monsters, if you picked up multiple tracks, if you picked up a new monster, make sure to come over here and report that stuff because it updates your hunter's notes and is going to be useful for you on your next quest. Next thing on the list is the Botanical Research. Now, the reason you might want to come check up on your Botanical Research is, well, you know, maybe you just want to check up to see how full your harvest box is, which in my case, it is pretty full. But you might also want to just go ahead and fertilize stuff because maybe you ran out of fertilizer. This fertilizer, this thick summoner jelly will last me 4 quests. So 4 quests from now, I should come back here and check it. But I usually just recheck it just in case. And also, maybe you just need some of the materials that are in there. Like I'm currently farming for some flash bugs because I'm running low on flash pods. You guys will know why if you haven't gotten to the point that I'm at yet. But yeah, Botanical Research, that's your next stop. So from there, if the Agro Sea is in port, you want to check out the Agro Sea, which is why I wanted to do this when I have the Agro Sea in port. So Agro Sea is a ship that basically goes out and it brings back stuff for you. Now, in my case, I have it always bringing back material items because, you know, that's just the way that I prefer to do things. And then you can check on the materials that he's got. Maybe he's got stuff that you're interested in. Maybe he doesn't. In this case, he's got an electro sack. And electro sacks, for some reason, I always seem like I need them. We also have a torrent sack and an aqua sack here. So sure, I'll take that too. And then we got Omniplegia's sack. Yep, I'm definitely going to be taking this as well. So it's like, usually for sacks, it's pretty useful. Now, in the case you need different things, like say, for instance, instead of material items, you might want consumable items like potions or something like that. Then you can change the stuff that he is going to get on each of his stops. I have all of them set to material. If you are struggling for money, it is a good idea to get some trade-in items. But yeah, basically, come to Agro Sea, see if you want to buy something, because in about 3 quests or so after he comes up in here, he's actually going to leave. So keep that in mind and check up on the Agro Sea when he is in port. Now, while you're at the Agro Sea, your instant next target should be supplies. Now, supplies, in my opinion, might be a little bit more important for people who use ranged stuff, but in my case, I actually need to go ahead and buy a couple of barrels because I'm actually running low on those. Do keep in mind that you can buy directly to box, so it's not like you have to ferry this stuff 10 barrels at a time to your box. You can just buy it direct to box, and he will just send the stuff there. Let me just buy a bunch of these, like, I don't know, maybe 50 or something. I like my bombs. What the hell? Oh yeah, that's right. You can go with the lateral D-pad there. Anyway, 50 sounds about right. Yep, thank you. So get your supplies, because since you're close to the Agro Sea, the supplies is just a natural next thing to do. After that, you want to maybe check if your Tail Rider Safari has come in, although this one you might want to actually pay attention to the little blue icons that show up whenever your quest is done, because they will let you know if the Tail Rider Safari has returned. But if the Tail Rider Safari has returned, you want to go ahead, go to your housekeeper, retrieve your rewards. Tail Rider Safari, gonna get all this stuff. And after you get the Tail Rider Safari, naturally you're going to deploy it again so that it goes away for another 6 quests and you get additional materials. I'm going to send out Alucard's cat, and let me see that. Where are we going to be sending him to? So basically these are the routes that you can do for the Tail Rider Safaris, and usually they just sow the monsters, and I just tend to pick a route that has monsters that either I need the materials or I feel that I might need the materials in the future. And in this case, I think we're going to go for the double Lavazioth over here, because I haven't done a lot of Lavazioth hunts, so therefore they'll just get the materials off of those Lavazioths for me. Boom. You send out the cats. Now, when you send out the cats, the next thing that you want to do is, like, maybe you have some crafting that you want to do. And if you want to get some crafting done, then sure, head to the smithy or head to the Elder Melder. But I'm not really going to go over the crafting stuff, because you should know whether or not you need to craft things. As a matter of fact, make sure that you're making use of the wish list. I will be making a tips video specifically around the subject of crafting. But either way, after you send out your Tail Rider Safari, now you can take the elevator. Personally, I just kind of like roaming through Astera. So anyone who watches my stream, you will a lot of times see me just run throughout the city. It's just, I personally like it more so than the elevators. I only use the elevators if I feel like I'm in a hurry. But anyway, your next step is to pick up your next quest, and I will explain why in a second here, because you guys are like, what about eating? What about item edit? What about all these things? Pick up your next quest unless you have to do something on your room, because if you have to do something on your room, you're not going to be able to go back in there. But if you don't have to do anything in your room, pick up your next quest. So in this case, we're going to be doing an investigation, because I'm also working on a capture video to explain capture mechanics. So we're going to be capturing an Azure Rathalos next. So you pick up that quest. If you want to put any vouchers, whatever, do whatever you want, just like pick up that quest, because after you pick up that quest, you'll notice the quest is going to load. It takes a little bit of time to load that quest, so that's why you always pick up the quest first. After picking up the quest, you want to get your food. Now in my case, I like getting food with mounting buffs, and unfortunately it looks like the chef is like not really being cooperative again, as you guys know that he is not. If you've watched my streams, he never gives me the foods that I want. So I usually make a custom platter that includes Feline Rider, because I really like mounting, and it's a huge advantage with the sword and shield to be able to mount. So I just tend to do it often. So I pick that up, order this meal. I'm going to skip through the animation this one time. We did get the Feline Rider, thank God. And the quest is actually ready, so we could depart right now. But before you depart, what you should do is you should double check your gear. Now, in my case, I'm actually equipped to fight the Dodogama, which is why I have a Tranquilizer Charm. Actually, the Tranquilizer Charm is wrong. It should have been a Venom Charm that I crafted earlier, but whatever. But for the purpose of the Azure Rathalos, I actually go with my Master's Charm, which gives me crit. You can also set up different loadouts. It's just I don't change my armor all that much at this stage of the game. So I'm going to get my Nurgle Jack, which deals dragon damage to deal with the Azure Rathalos. And then you want to go ahead and manage your items, because look at your item pouch. What a goddamn mess. And you're like, okay, what item set am I going to be taking to deal with Azure Rathalos? You can do item loadouts and stuff like that. I'm just going to load up my casual set, because unfortunately Azure Rathalos is on farm already. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You get your item management after you sort out through your item box and you have your proper gear for the quest. You just depart, and that's pretty much that. Hopefully this video was useful to you guys. This is like just a checklist of things that you should do. You don't have to do all of them. You only have to do the ones that matter to you. So like, say, for instance, I don't want to deal with Botanical Research. Fine, skip that. I don't want to deal with Agro Sea. You should, but fine, you can skip that too. But basically just to show you all the options that are available to you. thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Leave me more suggestions of stuff that you would like me to cover. I'm going to try to cover. I have a lot of suggestions already backlogged. Some of those are like very, very specific. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do those. But yeah, I just wanted to get this one out there. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.